Welcome, folks. I am Jabby Kuwait, joined by SABRAW. What up, bruh?
What up?
We're looking at Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince pitch meeting. From Pitch Meeting, the YouTube channel. Thank you, Pitch Meeting, for allowing us to react to this. Very, very much appreciate it. Y'all, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. Vote this up, let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. While you're subscribed and upvoting, subscribe to Pitch Meeting. There's a link in the description below if you want to click on that link, give the original video an upvote, and subscribe to him, from there.
So, you have a new Harry Potter movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. And so the Death Eaters are getting real bold, right? Like, they straight up destroy the Millennium Bridge in London. Oh man, bad guys hate when bridges are standing. Yeah, they do. Doesn't Harry Potter technically take place in the 90s, though? It does, yeah. Wasn't that bridge built in the year 2000? There's no way for me to check that, sir. Oh, okay, but there is, though. Actually, no. So we're gonna meet up with Harry Potter, and he's straight up reading a magical newspaper in front of muggles in a coffee shop. Oh, this guy never learns not to do magical stuff in front of muggles. He certainly doesn't, sir. So he has this flirty thing going on with this girl, but then Dumbledore pops up like, hey, no, Harry, it's time for my annual child endangerment plan. That's cute. That's his favorite thing, putting kids in mortal danger. Yeah, and so Dumbledore needs some crucial information from this Professor Slughorn guy that was Voldemort's teacher back in the day. Okay. But Slughorn is ashamed, and so he's hiding the truth, but Dumbledore needs this information. You know, the fate of the world is at stake. Wow, so I guess he can use some of that truth serum stuff on him, huh? If the world is in danger. Yeah, I guess so, but instead he's gonna hire this guy as a teacher for an entire school year and send the teenager with PTSD on a multiple month-long spy mission. Yeah, I mean, that plan works too. That's just as good. Plus, Voldemort usually attacks at the end of the school year, so there's plenty of time here. That's a good point, sure. And so also Draco Malfoy has been tasked with killing Dumbledore, and Professor Snape takes an unbreakable vow to protect him. Wow, an unbreakable vow, huh? Can that be broken? No. Okay, got it. That makes sense. So eventually the school year starts and Harry gets this used textbook that says it belonged to the Half-Blood Prince. Right. And this thing has handwritten instructions in it that are better than the actual book instructions, and so Harry makes the perfect liquid death potion. Feels kind of dangerous to have a bunch of teenagers try to make liquid death potion. Yeah, but this is Hogwarts, so they don't really teach kids anything unless it could lead to them dying a horrible death. Fair enough. So because Harry made the best liquid death potion, Professor Slughorn gives him a vial of liquid luck. What's that? Well, it's this frickin' potion that gives you incredible luck, but it's pretty hard to make, so it's pretty rare. Couldn't you take some and then while you have incredible luck, try to make some more? Hey, shut up. And so Harry has this bottle he can use any time. Wow, so I guess he uses it to get the information he needs from Slughorn, huh? Yeah, he'll eventually get around to doing that towards the end of the school year, but right now we gotta focus on the meat of the movie. Oh, that's right. In the book, there's the whole mystery about who the Half-Blood Prince is and Harry learning a bunch of stuff about Voldemort's past. Yeah, I mean, that'll be in here a tiny bit, but that's not what I'm talking about. What are you talking about then? Teenage romance. Oh, right, okay. Kind of want to know a lot more about the evil Dark Lord and the potential end of the world, though. Yeah, that kind of stuff is mostly going on in the background, but did you know that Ginny Weasley is dating Dean Thomas? No, I guess I didn't know that. And Ron
I love that. I love how he just shouts it with such a teenage romance, because that is a huge focal point of that story. I am a low-rent pedestrian Harry Potter fan. You know, like the other day I did, what was I reacting to? I forgot what it was. I was talking about something and someone accused me of, it was like a comment on a review I did for the recent Fantastic Beasts film and how upset I was. And this person was like, oh, clearly this is like a hardcore Harry Potter fan. And like, that's why he's so mad. And I'm like, what? Me? I read the books once and I watched the movies once and that was it. I was like, and I have my grievances about them. I'm like, overall, it's fun, but I would say they are far from perfect for me as far as I'm concerned. This is one of those things where it's like he pointed it out near the beginning of the video. He's like, we're gonna save all of that action for towards the end. Like, cause Voldemort doesn't attack until like the end of the school year. That's when shit gets real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're not perfect. I love the books. I love the movies. I rewatch them like once a year.
Oh, really?
Least. Yes.
All right.
But one of the funniest parts is them trying to make Ginny a more important character like she is in the books, but they just failed in the movies.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, here's her with some relationship. Now Harry likes her. No, that's not how it works.
Ron starts dating Lavender Brown, who's completely changed since her first years at Hogwarts. Oh, like she grew up? No, she's white now. She didn't used to be. Oh my God.
What?
And Hermione's jealous of their relationship because she has a crush on Ron. What's going on with Voldemort, though? Actually, Ginny and Dean Thomas break up, so now Harry's got a shot with her. All right, I mean, okay, do they at least have good chemistry? Not even a little. It's gonna be super hard to watch. Dang. So she's gonna feed him a little cookie and tie his shoes for him.
No
and
chemistry.
you'll never guess who Hermione invites to Slughorn's Christmas party.
That's every now and then Ryan George does a thing that catches me off guard. He's like, what's going on, Voldemort, though? That was great.
Thomas break up, so now Harry's got a shot with her. All right, I mean, Hermione's jealous of their relationship because she has a crush on Ron. What's going on with Voldemort, though? And eventually...
I don't know why I love that. I think it's because it's the inner voice I'm feeling of like, why are we so focused on this? There's like end of the world stakes over here, and we're focused on this nonsensical stuff as if that doesn't matter.
The relationships matter a little bit.
Oh my God. This is not important when in the grand scheme of things, like this is the end of the world.
Love.
Oh, please. Stop. Obviously, this is more from a grown-up's perspective because as a kid reading that, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, totally, yeah, that's what we should focus on. Who cares about that?
15 in this one, I think.
Yeah.
And that's when everyone is like, oh yeah, I want a girlfriend.
Yeah, but also as a reader at that age or a movie watcher at that age. But as a grown-up, you're like, but
You'll never guess who Hermione invites to Slughorn's Christmas party. I don't particularly care. Cormac MacLeod. Sure, okay, all right. The world's in danger, though, right? Should we maybe spend a bit of time on that? And Slughorn taught his students how to make a love potion, and Ron accidentally takes some that was meant for Harry. Love potion, right? That thing that J.K. included in the book with horrible moral implications. And while he's in the hospital wing, he asks for Hermione instead of Lavender, so him and Lavender break up. Okay, can there be some kind of action scene, maybe, please? Okay, fine, sir. Tell you what, I'll have some Death Eaters set the Weasley house on fire. Does that happen in the book? No. Isn't that something they could pretty easily put out with magic? Probably, yeah, but we'll just have them watch it happen and look all sad. All right, I mean, it's not a love scene, so that does feel like a breath of fresh air to me. Oh, and also throughout the movie, we're gonna sprinkle in little scenes of Draco Malfoy walking around Hogwarts all sketchy and going into the room of requirement. Okay. And Harry's gonna confront him at a certain point and use this Sectum Sempra spell he read about in his book, but it turns out to be deadly. Oh. Yeah, but luckily Snape saves Draco's life at the last second. Wow, so Harry must get in a ton of trouble. Not particularly, no. I feel like he's gotten into a bunch of trouble for much less than almost killing a student. Yeah, but no, this is all good. This is okay, though. Well, okay then. So then finally, Harry's gotta get this information.
That's right, because he got in trouble for just using magic outside of Hogwarts.
Yeah, almost expelled. And then he almost killed him. He was like...
Well, he's protected by Snape. So
yeah.
Snape's got his back. Secretly.
This is all good. This is okay, though. Well, okay then. So then finally, Harry's got to get this information from Slughorn because the end of the year is approaching fast. Man, well, it's going to be hard to get that secret out of Slughorn. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, he uses the liquid luck. Oh, right, it's true. That thing he had the entire time that he could have used at any point. That's right. And so he finds out that Slughorn had told Voldemort about how to make Horcruxes and split his soul into multiple pieces and shove them into objects. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow. And so Dumbledore's like, right, okay, well, we already got 2 of the objects, and I think I know where the 3rd is. Wait, so he already knew about the Horcruxes? I guess so, sir. But then to get this next Horcrux, Harry's got to force Dumbledore to drink some cursed water. Forcing old people to drink is tight. Okay, and so they head back to Hogwarts, and Draco has managed to get some Death Eaters into the school. Why does he need the Death Eaters there? Because he needs to kill Dumbledore. So they help with that? No, he just kind of confronts him on his own. Oh, okay. But then Snape pops out and kills Dumbledore instead of Draco. Oh no. So Harry's so upset, he chases Snape and the Death Eaters and tries to kill Snape with Sectum Sempra. Jeez. And then Snape knocks Harry down and he's like, hey, guess what? I'm the Half-Blood Prince. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I guess if I had spent more time on that mystery, that would have been a bigger reveal, huh? Maybe. And Bellatrix wants to kill Harry, but Snape is like, no, he's for the Dark Lord. And she's like, oh yeah, you're right, okay. So they kidnap him and bring him to Voldemort? No, they just kind of leave him there. Oh, interesting strategy. And so yeah, then everybody's pretty sad, and that's about it. What do you think? Well, I mean, honestly, it sounds like we're spending way too much time on teenage romance in this one. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, everybody's talking about those Twilight books, so I figure we could get in on that action a bit. Oh, that's a good point. I like the way you money. Thank you. Man, I can't believe we only have one of these books left to adapt after this. I know, sir. One more movie and that's it. No more money. No more money, that's it. Unless...
Yeah. I didn't mind it being broken up into 2 movies, though.
No, there was so much in the final book. I love Half-Blood Prince. While I do agree with some of this commentary, like the romance, that never bugged me because I read it at the time where I was definitely in that.
At the appropriate age.
Yeah, the appropriate age for that. And the liquid luck scene is Daniel Radcliffe's best acting. I think it's such a cool scene when he follows him that's the only part that I'm like, I'm glad it happened that way.
Yeah. It's honestly been so long, over 10 years since I've watched this movie. So when Ryan George was going through the beats, I was like, that happened? I honestly was like having a hard time remembering some of these scenes and whatnot. And then as I went through it further, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I didn't have these feelings while watching it at that time. I think it was because I was on this Harry Potter kick. Like I'd read all the books back to back quite quickly. I was just getting into it, you know. And then I watched the movies back to back, and so they all sort of meshed together between 3 and 6, I guess. All I remembered at the time, my takeaway was I liked the odd number ones except for number 1. So 3, 5, and 7 part 1. And I didn't remember liking this one. I didn't like 1 and 2. I didn't like 4. I didn't like 6 or 8. I thought all of those were highly problematic films. I can't remember why. I can't remember what I didn't like about this, but as he's going through it, I'm like, I could see what I didn't like about it.
Dang. Yeah, a lot of people who read the books don't love the movies because they're...
The books are better.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I remember trying to watch the movies and being like, just like...
Gabby!
You know, I'm like, out. I was like... You know, the trailers were pretty good. And so I went to watch it. I was like, I'm out hard. I woke up then in the movie, the credits were going. I'm like, what the hell?
I can't listen to
that. Was
this.
Great.
Jabby, no. We're going to have our first public fight.
Best cure for insomnia ever.
Oh my...
So I went...
Not on my watch, Jabby. We won't have it.
I went back and I watched it after reading the books, and I was able to get more out of it. Of the films that are there, like half of them are good.
I disagree.
I almost bought the box set just to... But I'm like, why am I going to... I'm never going to watch this.
At least you like Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
The third. At least we can have a conversation there.
Yeah. And this conversation's
but also,
over.
no, one more thing. They focus, in hindsight, more on the romance in this movie because the next 2 are the darkest Harry Potter movies, and you don't get really any of that.
Okay.
In my humble opinion.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, but you get romance, don't you?
Not as much as like what he's saying in these ones, where you really get to see the kids going through puberty.
Yeah, that awkward dance, like what was that moment when Harry's dancing with Hermione in the tent and like they almost kiss but they don't?
Oh yeah.
That's romantic.
Yeah, but and then they got like bombed at the wedding, and then from there that was at the wedding, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Harry's on the run with Hermione. All 3 of them are on the run, and then there's a scene where Ron's somewhere else, and Hermione and Harry are dancing in the tent, and they almost kiss, and then they don't.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What wedding? It's been
wedding,
so long. Jesus.
There's a wedding in, I think it's Deathly Hallows Part 1. It's the first scene, basically. It's a wedding for one of Ron's siblings. You need to rewatch them.
Yeah. Let's not do that. So, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm Jabby Koi. This is
STEPH SABRAW.
Peace out.